Well, here's another set of classic games that I purchased. I have that collection for the 3 as well, but this collection is much better. I'm going to skip to the beginning of this and go through the list of these games that I tend to recommend. Okay, so this is kind of funny. It shows you what it would look like back in the day. You can see the television in front of you, some of the ways that things would look back in the 80s and 90s if you were to be playing the Master System on the SEGA. And back in my day, I did have both a Nintendo system and a Sega Master System because there were good games on both. So, for instance, you can control things here. Um, let's just take a look at the library. That's what came here for. All right. Alex Kidd. I played this back in the day. It's worth playthrough. Very good game. Alien Soldier, kind of a shoot 'em up, the average shoot 'em up. Same thing with Alien Storm, average shoot 'em up. If you like that kind of thing, go for it. Altered Beast is a classic. I recommend playing through this at least once. Definitely a game I played many times as a kid. Beyond Oasis, not a big deal to me. Biohazard Battle, not a big deal to me. Bonanza Bros was somewhat interesting. I'd probably knock off on the idea of Mario Brothers. Columns is a Tetris-like game. If you want that kind of game, that's something similar to it. Comic Zone is just kind of a comical kind of game. Uh, Crackdown, never heard of it. I don't even know what that is. Decap Attack, don't know it. Dr. Robotic, if you like the Sonic series, it's a kind of a mix between a puzzle game and a Sonic game. Dynamite Heady, no, don't know that one well. E-SWAT, the Underseas, that was a decent game enough at the time. I don't know though if it converted very well. Fatal Labyrinth, these are very simple type games from back then. Probably not that interesting. Flicky's just a average game. I didn't gain ground, same thing. Galaxy Force 2, this was kind of an interesting shoot 'em up, I think. Uh, this is what you buy it for right here. Golden Axe. If you want to play through the Golden Axe 2 and 3, all decent beat 'em up games, you'll be interested in playing those. Gunstar Heroes, not bad. Played through a couple of times when I was a kid. Let's go back to the beginning here and go down one. Okay, Kid Chameleon, I've played that a little bit. It's okay. Landstalker, don't know it. Light Crusader, didn't play that much. Here's where I get more interested. I have played some of these 3 games, but I've never beaten them because they were so slow back in the day. It would be boring to play. But now, because of a certain ability in this set of games, it will make it a whole lot easier to play these, and I may beat all 3 of these games because of it. And I'll show you in a minute. I'll go back to these. Ristar was okay. I played through that once. Shadow Dancer, okay. Shining in the Darkness is kind of a very old adventure game. It shows you what things were capable of back then. It's not the best game, but it's an interesting RPG. Shining Force and Shining Force 2 were very good games back then. They were ahead of their time. Shinobi 3, I would go with a Shinobi game anytime. They were fun to play. Sonic the Hedgehog, these are the Sonic Hedgehog games. Worth playing through. Okay, they were fun back in the day. Sonic Spinball, that's like a pinball machine. Space Harrier, this is another fun game to play. You played it in the theaters. It's a decent version of it ported to the Master System. Streets of Rage, those are beat 'em ups in the same idea as like Final Fight. Maybe not quite as good as Final Fight, but worth playthrough. Super Thunderblades, another Space Harrier type. It's an interesting game. I like this one. Sword of Vermilion is an old RPG. I'm not sure if it's worth a playthrough or not. I've played a little bit. We'll see. Revenge of Shinobi. Shinobi games are always fun, in my opinion. A lot of that kind of thing. Toe Jam and Earl was a classic back in the day, although I wasn't a big fan of it. It's not, got a lot of good reviews from people. So Toe Jam and Earl, the two of them there. And then down here we have Wonder Boy in Monster World. I liked Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy 3 Monster Lair. Virtua Fighter was a decent fighting game back in the day. They got the two. Vector Man and Vector Man 2. And those are the sets of games on here. Just for a second, I'm going to show you one of the reasons why I'm high on this set here now versus back then. Okay, let's take a look at this one. That's the way we've plugged them in. Okay, this is the old RPG way. Okay. Okay, let's say we're playing a new game here. Oops. Gotta hit the right button. Just start. You're worried about somebody fighting a monster in your nightmares, and then Mother Brain controls all of the area where you live. Okay, there's how you start off. Okay, you're supposed to be walking around trying to see what's going on with Mother Brain. And you got monsters all around, so you can kind of split through some of this stuff. Okay, and here's your characters, your hero and your sidekick there. Alright, now I've got more control, and look what I can do. Yes, I can fast forward. I don't have to sit around and wait for this thing. I used to have to wait to go everywhere. Okay, and I go outside and I can do it again. Don't have to worry about waiting for the walk. You know, now I can walk around and I'm going to eventually have a fight. And you just hit fight and it'll automatically fight. Okay. Of course, you're supposed to buy something first when you fight, otherwise you might end up dead. But there you go. You can speed through the game. That's what makes this a lot easier to play now versus then. Anyway, see if I can go back. And I can get out of it and play something else if I want to real quick. So this is the idea. It makes this a whole lot easier to play some of these RPG games. You can speed things up and slow things down. It will make it a whole lot easier to play these old video games. There's my set of games. Hope you enjoy.